Hey, Assalamu alaikum. How are you today? I just had a really beautiful conversation with a lady, and she is ready to join Sacred Sales. She wants to make, her goal is about 5 to 10,000 a month. And after we spoke, she said, I need to speak to my husband. And I said, okay, no problem. I understand that. But I want to go deeper in this question of I want to speak to my husband. And I asked her this question and I said, how are you going to feel if all the women you speak to say to you, after they've seen the webinar and the training and they're ready to buy, I need to speak to my husband? You see, in sales, there are going to be people that have objections and excuses and limits, like this is not a good time, or I need to speak to my husband, or not now, or it's too much money. And here's the interesting thing about it. What if I told you that while I was doing recruiting and sales management for another company, we noticed there was a pattern on the objections that the sales closers were getting. All the sales closes that were getting people on the phone saying, I need to think about it, they in their life used to say, I need to think about it. All the people who got women saying, I need to speak to my husband, or I need to speak to my wife, or I need to speak to my daughter, or I need to speak to whoever, they said that in their own life. I need to talk to somebody. All the people said that, oh, this wasn't the right time, or it was too much money. They said that in their own life. Life will mirror who you are. You see, we don't get what we want in life. We get who we are. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that in Surah Ar-Ra'd. He will not change a circumstance for a people until we change what is inside of us. Your belief system, your thoughts, your limits, your excuses. So you're looking at your bank account and you're hoping Allah will change your bank account. But you haven't changed your inside. When I was married to a violent narcissist abuser, I made so much dua for Allah to change my life. But Allah didn't. And for years and years and years, I would cry and ask Allah to change my life. You know when it happened? When I took responsibility and I took the kids and I made an action and I left and I started to create my life. I needed to release myself first, take massive action, show my children what healthy looks like. And then Allah's abundance and rahmah and qudrat came flooding. Changed everything in my life, my health, my mental state, my emotional state, my children, my money, my businesses, everything changed. But Allah didn't change it first. I had to change what's inside of me first. And that's the key. Allah will not give you what you want. He will give you who you are. Until you change the programming of who you are, then you get another result. And that's your opportunity right now for you to say, what do I want in my life? And then, am I being the right person? I had a couple of women reach out to me and say, can you teach me all the skills, the psychology, the scripting, everything? Give me your time, give me your energy, give me your intellectual property, give me everything for free. And once I start making money, I will pay you. Now tell me, what will that woman do when all the people on the phone with her will say, give it to me for free? Would she be suitable for this kind of work? Not until she changes what's inside of her. And when you talk about free, there is no barakah. There's no exchange of currency. But if I had a charity, that would be okay. I would give charity. this is a business, and then we take our business and we treat it like a business, and then we have a charity arm where we give charity. It's two very separate lanes. And it's easy to get foggy if you don't understand business. And so if you're ready to up-level your thinking, to change your limits, to transform who you are so you can get a different version of you in order that you get different results, let me know. Let me know. I do have a training. If you want the training, comment REMOTE. But if you want to have a serious conversation with some tough love and some hard truths, we can do that too. Comment TALK and I will reach out to you personally so we can chat, inshallah ta'ala. May Allah bless you. May Allah blanket you and your family with His guidance, His love, His mercy, His rahmah. And if you are the kind of woman that feels like this is the time for you to change, then DM me personally, send me a message, and let's help you get there. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.